He escaped prison to find the son they said he killed. 5 years. That's how long David Breen had been sitting inside a cell, serving a life sentence for the murder of his 6-year-old son, Matthew. He had no alibi. He had motive, a bitter custody dispute, a marriage already collapsing under its own weight. And he had been at the house that night. Nobody disputed that. What David disputed was everything else. He said he had put Matthew to bed at 8 o'clock. He said he had kissed his forehead, pulled the blanket up, and driven home to his flat across town. He said when the police called him the next morning, his first thought was that his son had wandered off somewhere, that he was fine, that this was the panicked call of an overreacting ex-wife, that in 2 hours it would all be sorted. Matthew's body was found in the woods behind the house. The cause of death? Blunt force trauma. David's fingerprints were on a stone found nearby. His car had been seen on the lane at 11 p.m. He had no explanation for that. 12 jurors believed the prosecution. David Breen went to prison. For 5 years, his lawyer appealed. 5 years of paperwork, of suppressed evidence arguments, of witness statements that contradicted the official timeline. None of it gained traction. Then, on a Tuesday morning in March, a prison mail clerk slid an envelope under the door of David's cell. No return address. Inside, a single Polaroid photograph. A boy, dark hair, gapped in his front teeth, wearing a blue football kit. He looked about 11 years old. On the back, in handwriting David had never seen before, were 4 words: "He is still alive." David Breen spent 3 days staring at that photograph. He didn't tell his lawyer. He didn't tell the prison chaplain. He didn't tell anyone, because the moment he told anyone, they would take the photograph and the investigation would begin, and he would lose control of the only thing that had ever mattered. On the 4th night, he walked out of a prison transport van during a routine hospital transfer. He had planned it for 3 days, and it took 11 seconds. What followed was a search that took him across 4 countries, through the underground networks of people who make a living erasing identities, through confrontations with people who were very clearly afraid of being found. He trusted nobody. He slept in cars, in hostels, in a farmhouse on the edge of a forest in the Netherlands that belonged to a woman who asked no questions. What he found at the end of it was not simple. The boy in the photograph was real. His name was not Matthew. He had grown up in a small town in northern Portugal with a family who believed he had been adopted legally. He had no memory of England, no memory of a father, no memory of a bedroom with a blue starlight in the ceiling. David Breen stood on a pavement outside a school and watched him walk out with a bag on his shoulders, laughing at something a friend had said. The boy had his mother's laugh. He walked away. He didn't approach. He didn't speak. Because the question of what to do next, whether truth is always owed, whether a life built on a lie has the right to stay standing, is not a question with a clean answer. David Breen handed himself in to police the following morning. His case is currently under review. The boy in Portugal doesn't know any of this. Not yet.